fascinating. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video is going to be my review of the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's episode 13, Another King. And I gotta be honest with you guys, this episode was great. It was a great cap off to the cliffhanger from last week. We got some new backstory, some new plot, and we also learned what Roman's true secret is. So, super happy about that because I've been wanting to figure that out since day one, and now it's been revealed, albeit in a melodramatic way. But we'll talk about all this soon enough. So, at risk of further rambling though, let's move on to the actual episode. So the episode begins where we left off last week with Yuga versus Roa, and Yuga has drawn the quote-unquote illegal Seven's Road Magician, and he's bound to be disqualified because of this. However, it's not to be because all of a sudden the relic appears, and the relic isn't alone, and albeit the relic shows up in an amazing way. Everybody's in awe by this, but it turns out that there was a cause behind it. The Second Elementary Jurassic Club managed to find the relic because Yuga had asked for their help in locating it. And they basically were able to pinpoint that it was going to appear at this venue. So the relic is here, and now that the relic is here, on a full moon, Hologram Man, i.e. his true name, Otis, appears. And Otis reveals his backstory. Otis reveals that he was a development person at Goha Corporation. That he was a developer who, much like Yuga, loved dueling, but felt that the dueling had become too rigid, wanted to give dueling back to the children, and so he needed to entrust this to the new king. And he chose Yuga for this goal. And on that note, he also gave Yuga Seven's Road Magician, a perfectly legal card. And so, yeah, Otis basically arrives to save the day. And it's also at this time when Otis reveals that it is indeed a legal card and that he was a development high up at Goha, that all of a sudden the data on Seven's Road reappears. And so ultimately it's not an illegal card, and it turns out that Roa had Seven's Road Magician's card information basically blacklisted or blacked out so that it would appear like an illegal card. And so yeah, Roa was basically trying to cheat because he was jealous of Yuga. Because as it turns out, and again we get another past character appear, Yoshio, and he has the video of the day when this happened. Roa was there in the crowd too and thought that he was going to be destined to be the dual king and that Otis was choosing him. However, he felt that Yuga had cheated him out of it. However, Otis confirms that the true person that is set to become the king of duelists is none other than Yuga, and he is the one he trusts to accomplish this goal here. So now that Seven's Road is not an illegal card, the duel can continue. And the duel continues on spectacularly as it's watched on by Otis here as we see Yuga play out Seven's Road, and he's stopped by Roa with his King's Destiny trap card and Royal Demon's Death Voice, a new ace monster for Roa. However, this does not deter Yuga as he turns the tables with a new card himself, and we see Seven's Road Mage. And at first, Roa cries foul at Otis, saying, "Is this another card that you helped him with?" And Otis denies it. He says, "I did not give him that. I only gave him Seven's Road." However, a true dual king has the ability to make cards to power up the archetype come to him. And that's true with Seven's Road Mage here. Seven Roads Mage has an incredible effect. It lowers the attack of a monster by 400 attack, plus 100 points more for each spellcaster that's in the graveyard, and ultimately this is enough to finish Roa off. However, as Roa is finished off and Yuga wins the duel here, spoiler alert, Yuga wins the duel in spectacular fashion, Goha arrives to raid the relic and to capture Otis. However, this doesn't happen. Otis disappears into a void, a chasm if you will, which is ironically the same way that Roa was defeated with. And as Otis disappears, he basically gives some last words to Yuga, that you will be the next dual king, and to find the key to open a new world, you may find it useful. And Yuga, hearing this from Otis, basically says, "You know what? I was never interested in becoming dual king. However, I am now. But don't think it's because of your whims. I want to figure it out for myself. And so, yeah, Yuga now has the new drive to become dual king, much to Luke's kind of dismay here. Sorry, Luke, but it turns out it's going to be Yuga. So, yeah, that's where that part of the episode ends. But the episode doesn't end on that note. The episode actually concludes back at Yuga's workshop, where Rook and Gakuto are staring down Roman, demanding to know what her secret was, and they're speculating that her secret may have been what Roa confessed about how she becomes this all-powerful, scary demon kind of duelist when she's hungry, but Roman is just munching on the chocolate bar saying, "You will never know the secret," and that's when Yuga arrives in, and he's carrying this box, and he says, "Oh, the secret? It's because you're tone deaf, right?" And this just shocks everybody. They're like, wait a minute, Roman, the star guitarist here, is tone deaf? And that's where the episode leaves off with the reveal of Roman's big secret here. Now, hearing that was kind of anticlimactic because I was expecting something bigger, but I still found that humorous that Roman's secret is that she's tone deaf. You know, I kind of got a good chuckle out of that, even though it was kind of a melodramatic secret. Let's put it that way. It's melodramatic. But yeah, overall though, this episode, great. The only letdown was that melodramatic, not so secret of Roman's. That kind of brought the episode down a little bit. Although, don't get me wrong, I'm glad to finally know what the secret is. I might be able to sleep at night. Overall, I give this episode a 9 out of 10. This was a great episode for Yuga. Great development, great backstory. Some things are finally falling into place. Roman's secret got revealed. This was a great episode in my opinion. But as always, in the comments section down below, let me know what your guys' thoughts were about this week's episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just there? What were your thoughts? Just let me know in the comment section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. Alright everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye everybody.